The next game on our list is our Sac City game of the week. It is the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Both these teams 2-1. Both these teams fell to the Miami Dolphins. That's where their one loss comes from. So they share that little nug. These two teams are led by their MVP caliber quarterbacks. It's funny. There's two players that have 9 passing touchdowns and 100 rush yards through 3 games of a season in NFL history. So 2 players, 9 passing touchdowns, 100 rushing yards through 3 games of the season in NFL history. Only
Wait,
2.
Can I guess who they are?
You can.
Is it these guys? Is it Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson?
It is. You are ding, 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 ding. 100% correct. They are very good at football. And in this game, the Bills are 3-point favorites with an over under of 52 points. There's going to be a lot of points scored at the thanks to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Both these guys are I mean, there's really not anything else like you can say that's new about these two guys. They're both in the top 5 or the top 4 for the MVP race, led by Josh Allen at plus 300 and Lamar Jackson back there at plus 700. Both these guys have been dominant in this season so far. Who do you think? Let's just start there. Who do you think has the better game? Who do you think is the guy we're talking about at the end of this game on Sunday?
That's not fair. This
is
not fair. No, I'll be talking about both guys because both guys are going to have good games. Both because they're great quarterbacks. Like at the end of the day, when you watch a game like this, I'm expecting Lamar Jackson throw for multiple touchdowns, run for 80 to 100 yards, like just do what Lamar Jackson does. And he could end up being on the short end of the stick playing against a guy who's probably going to throw for 400, throw for 5 touchdowns, whatever, and Josh Allen. These two quarterbacks play great, and they play great very often. I don't know who has the better day here. I think from a matchup perspective, there is something intriguing about Lamar Jackson playing against this Bills defense without the safeties because they are a run-first football team and they like to take big shots. And I think those big shots could come at the expense of the Buffalo Bills defense. But the way Buffalo plays the defense, we talked about it, too high. They don't give up a lot of big plays. Lamar's going to have to check down. Mark Andrews might eat over the middle, but you have Matt Milano, who's one of the best cover guys at the linebacker positions in the NFL. It's another great matchup, but the quarterbacks prevail in this one. I think this is a high-scoring affair. I know the Bills and the Dolphins was not as high-scoring, and that was just a hard-fought game, but this is not a division game. And this is not going to be in the 150-degree temperature on the field of Miami. I think this is a high-scoring football game. I think both quarterbacks play well. I can't pick one. I will tell you which one. I will tell you which one wins at the end when we give our game predictions. But I think both quarterbacks play well. Look at the numbers. Like you put up any measurement of statistical data on players in the NFL and specifically, obviously, like individual numbers. These guys are right up there. They're all there. These guys are right up there. They do what they have to do. They know how to play football, and I think they're both great.
Well, we talk about Lamar Jackson's season this year, and he threw 3 games. I brought it up on Monday's show when we were recapping the Ravens game. His numbers compared to his MVP season, where he won it unanimously, he's playing much better. Like he's doing better things this year, and he's on a different pace, a better pace than he was when he won it unanimously back in 2019. Although this year, I think his competition is a little tougher when you look at what Josh Allen's been able to do this season. But Lamar Jackson has been on a special pace this year. And I mean, it's like you said, it's tough to choose which one's going to have the better game because both are probably going to have fantastic days. But
they're literally right neck and neck in QBR, quarterback rating. They're top 3 in QBR. They top 2 in touchdown passes. Lamar does it differently, obviously, with running the football, so he doesn't throw for 300 plus yards like Josh Allen. But you add in the running game. If you add in Lamar Jackson's passing yards plus rushing yards, and then basically total combined yards, they're going to be right there next to each other. The volume is just higher with Josh Allen, so those passing statistics stand out more. But Lamar Jackson is a game changer, as is Josh Allen, and they both do it in multiple facets. This is going to be fun. It's always a fun game when you watch those two.
Yeah, it is. And what do you think with the two quarterbacks obviously being fantastic and stars and great and everything? What does this game come down to? Like, what is the Well, at the end of the day, what do we say? What are we going to be saying? This game came down to what?
My honest opinion, and this goes beyond any which defense can get off the field on third downs. Third downs are so big, because Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen do so much dynamically from a throwing and running standpoint. You get those 3rd and 3s, those 3rd and 4s, and you have to account for the quarterback taking off and just getting a first down. And sometimes it seems so simple. You end up punting. Even if they end up punting, they now put the field position back on their side. So third down efficiency is going to be huge in this game. Who makes the most plays on third down? Is it Josh Allen with his arm, with his legs, or is it Lamar Jackson finding Mark Andrews across the middle? Things of that nature are really what's going to. It's going to be the details. I guess you can just really put it that way. It's really detailed. Third down passing efficiency, third down rushing efficiency. Who comes out on top of that is going to be what's most important.
Yeah, I think it like this is a similar. We've had many conversations on our show talking about this when it comes down to like the X factors of the games and the difference maker in these big time offensive matchups that are looking to be a shootout. It comes down to what defense is going to make the play and who's going to have the ball less in terms of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, because both those guys are going to be able to do some damage. One last little note and one last question regarding this game and regarding the Buffalo Bills specifically. They've now lost 7 straight 1-score games. It's the longest active losing streak in such games. Is that concerning at all to you? Like, do you have any thoughts on that? Like a worry or concern about them losing such close games and never being able to finish the job?
I don't like when we take stats like that and carry them over season by season, because what does last year losing close games have to do with this year losing close games?
Well,
Like,
they've
they're
already
not the
lost a
same.
close game this year, so that's
Yeah,
why.
but well, I mean, but what I'm saying is like, okay, so they were 0-1 this year, but what like last year's team is not the same Buffalo Bills team. Like this
Correct.
team is a different Buffalo Bills team. I don't really care about them being 0-7, because I think that one thing I will say that points to is those moments in that we talked about, third down efficiency and stuff like that. To me, that stands out because maybe in those downs, and they've had some unfortunate beats. Let's talk about the Tennessee Titans where the ball slips out of the hand, or even the spiked play that they were talking about against Miami. Like,
Yep.
in those pressure moments, what are you doing? But I've never seen Josh Allen fold under pressure.
No.
So I think that's what we look at when we look at tight games. Well, can they overcome pressure? Can they make the play when it counts? I've watched Buffalo do that time and time again. Then you go back to Kansas City and you watch the playoff game, and yeah, their defense gave it up on with 9 seconds left or whatever. But they also came back like 3 times in that game in pressure situations, and it was just so you can call it fluky, you can call it whatever you want. Josh Allen does not scare me as a guy that is like Kirk Cousin-esque, where he can't win in the prime time or the tight games or the big moments. I don't get that sense from Josh Allen. So it doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Right now, they're 0-1 in close games to me. Like last year's team doesn't. This is not last year's team. This team right here is going to be a force to reckon with all year long. They're going to lose games because this is the NFL. They're going to have bad moments because it's the NFL. But I don't think that the record of what they've done 0-7 over however long that stat is brought up really impacts the way I feel about them in 2022.
All right. I figured that answer would that question
You
would
know
spark
me.
that type. Yeah, that I kind of knew where that direction was on that one. But let's get into the predictions of this game. I'll give you our interns predictions first this time around, and we'll give our special Sac City Game of the Week predictions. Tyler has the Bills over the Ravens 45-32. Bailey has Buffalo as well 35-28. I have the Bills in this one. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. I think the Bills win this game 35-33.
I have no idea. I want to pull it. I want to pull a Dylan right now.
Get on the
30-30 tie. No,
yeah.
Honestly, I am so torn. This is our game of the week. I know I have to have an answer.
Yeah.
This game is legit, like, to me, a pick'em game. Baltimore's at home. They play well at home. I know they gave up the big lead to Miami.
You want me to flip a coin?
Buffalo's a very good football team. They're my number one team in the league. I can't pick against them, I don't think, is that thing. I'm going to take Buff.
But Baltimore's at home.
I'm gonna I'm gonna take Baltimore. I'm gonna take Baltimore. I'm taking Baltimore. I will pick the home team, and I'm not going to be held accountable for my pick of Baltimore. If Buffalo wins, I'll say, yeah, they could have won. So,
Yeah.
Baltimore wins for me. I will say 30-27. I think Baltimore's defense takes on this challenge. They have the requisite talent. It's just about stepping up in those moments. And I think Lamar Jackson is on a mission to prove to get the bag. Like he's like, I'm gonna win the MVP this year. I am going to, and I think that's big. Not that Josh Allen is not on a mission, because I believe he is as well. I'm taking the home team here. I'll say 30-27 Baltimore, and don't quote me.
So
we will not clip that.
Okay. So the thing about this game that I kind of lean Buffalo here, you brought it up. The defense is going to step up and make plays. I lean more on the side of Buffalo's defense doing that here, because we've seen it this year already. That Buffalo defense
do what they did. They're so banged up on the back end. They have no secondary. They are without Tre'Davious White, Christian Benford, Micah Hyde, and Jordan Poyer.
I forgot the safeties are hurt. Oh,
that's an entire secondary, and I get it. Buffalo still played well defensively against Miami, but Lamar Jackson is a different breed. And
the safeties being out, I didn't even think about the safeties being out in this game. And how can I not think about that? They're too huge. Is both Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer not playing in this game? Like for sure.
Yeah. Micah Hyde's on IR, and Poyer's been out. So I don't know if Poyer's actually. I think it's Mike. One of them's on IR, and the other one's I think is not playing. So let me make sure. Jordan Poyer.
Oh man, but either way, both are not playing in this game.
So I guess Jordan Poyer returned to practice. I don't know what that looks like as far as officially injury report. All they have is just that he's returned to practice.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's going to be he's out this week, but even still, just with just him, I don't. Yeah, and Micah Hyde's out for the year, so I just too much inexperience against a Lamar Jackson led offense. It's going to be so much on Matt Milano. It's going to be tough.
I think. Am I allowed to pivot with my pick?
You can do whatever you want, but you're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong either way. Even if we missed the pick, like this is going to be a game that it could go either way.
I'll go Baltimore here. Same score, 35-33 Baltimore this time around. You know what? Wait, do we have the same score?
No, I hate picking.
You hate picking the same winners as me. Yeah. Well, but I do think that matters. The defense matters, and I said I was leaning heavily on the Bills this game because I thought that the Bills, we've seen it before, what they did on Thursday night against the Rams and on the season opener. That defense is not the same defense, so I do worry about that. And also, I gotta think with my heart here. I gotta think with my heart here. Shout out my cousin. Is it cousin? What's up? Is it uncle? Uncle Danny? Is that a thing? Yeah, so my uncle, they're big Baltimore Ravens fans. I'm going to give them that shout out, give them the love, and I'm going to go Baltimore Ravens 35-33. Go Ravens. Ravens flock, big trust. Let's go. Lamar Jackson, pay the man.
Big
Let's
trust.
Go. Let's go. Big trust. There it is. All right, there you go. There's our Sac City game of the week.